is a special edition of the Tip Network, helping you level up through self-improvement and, as always, a sprinkle of sarcasm. And what we have today...
Today's topic, twin sisters.
We are going to go in on the men, ladies and gentlemen.
Once again, FreshprinceCEO has been caught lying.
And before anybody gets upset, you guys really wanted us to give them like a courtesy. That's the least we could have done. So I messaged Walter and I let him know, I'm like, hey man, just wanted to give you a courtesy heads up that we're going to cover you simping for a sugar baby.
Yep. And of course, I didn't think we were going to revisit this conversation, but maybe it was still actually in the cards because we are talking about Fresh and Fit. Specifically, we're going to be talking about FreshprinceCEO. Well, what had happened was he got called out by DJ Akademiks for being a hypocrite.
You're walking into the path of becoming what I would say is a hypocrite, or you're delusional, something that you preach against. And I would just like for you to remain on your pivot while instructing them how to live their lives. Make sure you're very cognizant how you're living yours. And the advice you give to men is very different than what you are following.
DJ Akademiks got word from a fellow YouTuber, Kevin Ray Wilder, that Miranda, the girl that FreshprinceCEO had recently broken up with, well, she seemed like she was on seeking arrangements. She could have been a sugar baby.
What is this? A comment from Playing with Fire. I'm 100% sure I've seen Miranda's profile on Seeking. I even exchanged numbers with her and the conversation went sexual quite quick. Not a superficial Miami girl at all. Positive there's something to this, but I need evidence, I can't unless... Wait a second. I just got a notification on Facebook. There's a link to members.seeking.com. Let me click over to that. Her name's D. Milfy, kind of a sus name, 23, female, Miami, Florida. Wait a second.
This only
22,
I think Fresh
still in
set this
college.
up. I think Fresh probably planted this there.
AK is in denial. It's not a good feeling to realize that your friend is a complete fraud, a liar, and a hypocrite. Very open-minded, always down to try something new and embrace new experiences. Personality is key.
See, I am a very big personality person. Personality person.
Seeking an active lifestyle, fine dining, luxury lifestyle, and mentorship. Oh my freaking heck.
I mean, I think if you got that profile on there, you are a sugar baby in a sense, right? I would think.
By definition.
So now you got Abba Preach, you got O'Shea Duke Jackson, you got Authentic Alphas Allende, who formerly worked and is associated with Fresh Fit, coming out of the woodwork, coming against FreshprinceCEO and his simping ways. And of course, you got our boy, Nixon Talks, all the way down from Down Under, from Oceania.
After months of telling men not to do X, Fresh did X, and now he's trying to justify by saying that she loves him for him because he's got game and all that sort of stuff.
That shorty there, bro, wants me for me, 100%. See what you want? We got it. See what you want?
Okay, he in love. Ain't the women out here, you talking about she wants you for you? Yeah, you know the currency out here. These want you for the fucking chain on your neck, want you for the fucking clout. Stop acting like she wants you for you. You had the McLaren, you had the range, you was with Soldier, you with me, you with Myron. Stop the cap.
DJ Akademiks called him out on it on the actual show itself.
Any other chick that came in here, if she said right now she met Trey Songz on a yacht, I'm talking to Trey Songz, but he likes me for me, y'all play mad sound effects and play her the out. Okay. Because it's your girl. Okay. She likes you for you.
We're dating right now. We're seeing what's up. You don't vet a girl in one day, bro. You have to vet her over a period of time.
Could you vet a girl in a month to say she wants me for me and nothing else?
We can see patterns. We can see certain things, right? That being said,
don't play the guru card. You're not going to tell the audience that.
You're
trying to be the exception.
No. We say vet a girl for a year. It hasn't even been a year yet.
Right. You say vet a girl for a year, but you vet her for a month. You're making statements.
We're still talking right now. Are you retarded?
Bro, you said it. You know
he's losing. He's name calling.
You said she likes you for you.
I'm getting to know her.
Did you say that?
I said
video.
I said it.
Take a year.
My audience knows
if you tell your audience take a year, you take a year. Don't contradict yourself.
I never did.
Like her.
Exactly. You don't watch the show, bro. You don't watch the show.
No. I'm going off what he said.
He's backing him up.
I met her on a yacht, but I know she likes me for me.
Yeah.
If he didn't say that word, I'd be like, cool.
If I didn't like him for him, I wouldn't have spent like every day with him for the past month.
Said every girl who met on a yacht and who's with them after.
You might have millions of dollars. Like I've seen people with millions of dollars. I don't want to spend every day with them.
Have you ever heard of Brittany Renner? You remember Selena Powell? They tolerated a lot worse niggas for a lot longer time.
She saw him on the boat that she actually responded to his request, which is what allegedly happened, confirmed by Fresh himself after DJ Akademiks pushed him on it, and she's actually said yes to it as well.
Us niggas can't be delusional.
I met Shorty on a yacht. She even knew who it was. Shorty just came to Miami. She didn't know who I was. She didn't know what I did.
When people don't know who you are and what you do, when they see the jewelry, when they're on a yacht, when they see everything you got, they know you're somebody.
They are on the hour, as I like to call them, because they're paid. They're there to work. They're there to look pretty. They're booked by agencies, escort services, perhaps, and many other avenues. And the whole reason for them being there is to be happy, playful, agreeable, cheerful, party with the men who book them effectively. So they're making money whilst they're getting things for free.
I feel like the first day that I met you, having that genuine conversation on the boat, like
on a yacht. On the boat. Was it 60 foot long? Was it 85 foot?
I couldn't even tell you. I am a very big personality person. So if he came up to me and he just came and was like, hey, let me get your number, that's a no from me.
You said he invited you out before. Why you didn't go before?
Hold on. I was always busy, or like I was pretty new. I was living.
Hold on. You think that because I have clout, everyone wants me for clout. However, for you, that's true. For me, it's not. I actually have game, bro, right? That being said, hold on. That being said, right, bro?
Not game.
Your experience, right, with girls is tainted because you want to see it for clout.
Fresh thinks that she's so different. He didn't do the proper vetting, where she's actually put videos of herself getting money via Cash App from other guys. Like putting it out there, $200 for nothing, $400 for nothing.
There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. I said certified freak. 7 days a week. Ass P-word. Yeah. Make that pull-up game weak. Yeah. You uppin' with some ass with some wet.
Can you explain what's on the screen? Her getting Cash Apped.
Beat it up, P-word. Extra large.
I want to get to know the real you.
Come take a dive.
That being said,
now she had turned him down before, stopped the show, yes, rejected. Knowing him, he probably showed her some clips about Fresh and Fit and everything else because he wouldn't have the game to holler at her because she turned it down before. He was probably like, sad music, please, baby. Please come out with me. I'm FreshprinceCEO in this. And their first date was on a yacht. He's so dumb. He didn't take the time to even look at her Instagram or TikTok thoroughly.
What seems to be the main issue here is that Fresh is simping and he did not check his HoFax. He didn't let this go properly. So I got to ask you, Grover, from looking from the outside in, seeing how DJ Akademiks is handling this Fresh Prince CEO situation with this girl, and then Fresh all of a sudden getting rid of this girl now, do you think that Fresh was simping to begin with? Is he being a hypocrite? What are your thoughts?
Well, all right. So first of all, I didn't know that Fresh had broken up with her. I thought that they were, still like hanging on, trying to see each other, trying to keep love alive. But I don't think that it's simping. All right. So I think it's being a hypocrite because what the whole Abba and Preach thing was about how he wanted burning desire for women, how he didn't want their coochie
on the credit.
He didn't want the peace sleeve only. He wanted their souls, because he's like the Barbados Grim Reaper. And all of these things like he wanted, and like to someone who's past my mid 40s in the prime of my life, my earnings swings up. When I hear young men talk like this, to me, it sounds like schoolboys talking, right? It doesn't sound like seasoned veterans talking. And
all right, so what exactly is he saying is Fresh and Fit? What are they saying on the podcast that you think that they're speaking like schoolboys?
All right, so check it out. As a man, if you are working 168 hours in a week, you're making, according to his chart topping song, I Value Man,
High value man.
His chart topping.
Walter continued on with the paid press releases tour to build up his fake guru brand. Walter Weeks is cementing his name in the music industry. Weeks has also established himself as a music producer. Previously, paid press releases introduced him into the game of helping people with lifestyle and women. He basically creates the press release before the grift begins, as this is signaling his next grift of getting into the music business.
High value man.
His chart topping, probably the worst song I ever heard. Song High Value Man, because I don't believe it is actually that one. It's horrible. I mean, according to that song, right? 100,000 a month, doubled up the next month. Hey, I actually tend to believe that they're making these type of figures. I don't think that they're exaggerating. I think that they're, with just their Patreon, their streams, their super chats, their one-on-ones, they're evaluating Instagrams. They're probably making just a ton of money. But to make that money, every man knows you got to put in them hours, baby. And so out of those 168 hours a week, right, they have to be putting in, let's say, 100 hours to generate that type of income. Doing 2 shows a week like they're doing, right? Excuse me, 2 shows a day, 5 days a week. Doing 10 shows a week, right? The networking, the booking the guests, the organizing the girls, the keeping the girls occupied, taking all your guests out to eat. I mean, I'm sure, look, if you're not paying guests, you're taking them out to eat, you're arranging their transportation, you're making sure that out-of-towners have good accommodations, right? The yacht parties, to keep your image, all of these things you're doing, you don't have time. You don't have time to do all the stuff they were talking about they were doing before. So as an adult, as somebody who values time more than anything, as I said before, a time is a man's number one asset because you don't know how much you have, but you always know. Huh?
You gotta repeat. What are the other 2 assets?
Money and your mental serenity.
Okay.
All right.
Just remind the people about that.
Because you don't know how much time you have. And so when you're in this situation, when you're telling me that, all right, you're going to Instagram 100 girls a day, and you're talking to girls and you're leveraging this and leveraging that, and you're doing all this work to generate money. To me, it sounds like, just lack of a better word, algorithm, forgive me, bullshit.
I don't like the fact that people like him think they're actually better than what they are. Fresh thinks that he is a guru, he's a player, a ladies' man. He had sex with 2,000 women in 30 minutes.
I'm Myron Gaines and my business partner, Fresh CEO. We're 2 guys pulling girls in one of the most competitive markets, Miami, Florida. Myron has triple-digit leg count and Fresh has quadruple-digit.
My honest to God truth body count, bro. No cap, no filter, no it's over 1,000. I'm dead ass serious.
Whose abominably stupid idea was it to have an extra large caps lock key right next to the A?
I mean, he's a consummate liar. His buffoonery is so constitutive. He's such a fraud. And he really believes the things that he's talking about.
The Fresh and Fit platform is built completely on not paying for any type of sexual interaction. Fresh has over and over and over said that he has such good game that he slept with over 1,000 women, which is absolutely ridiculous. He would get nothing accomplished, especially at his young age. That his game is so tight. They sell their online course, BMs on demand. Yes, I said BMs. If you have a platform, especially the larger it gets and the more reach you have, the more responsibility you have for your content. It is so clear that these guys are out just to get some money out of some unsuspecting or more naive folks.
And so, as an older gentleman, I would look there and somebody who's been around, lived in multiple countries, and did my thing on multiple continents, and know that when I'm generating money, the first thing that's going to fall by the wayside is your ability when you're really grinding, when you're on that real grind to make that real money. First thing that's going to fall by your wayside is your time to spend chasing women. Yeah. And it's the first thing that's going to fall away. So I think that it's hypocritical to say, hey, I do this, I maintain this lifestyle, and I do this, because you're not a Superman.
So one thing I got to say about that, though, is part of their brand image is showing guys how they can get girls. And they're showing a lifestyle. They're selling a lifestyle to these dudes or they're going to funnel them into their funneling system into buying a course, buying consultations, checking out their Instagram, having them check out these guys' Instagram and critique them how they should be. So doesn't this play in part for their whole image?
The only way left for the normal guy to become a high-value man, Fresh and Fit giving away their jealousy-guarded secrets for scoring 9s and 10s and more in 2021 while increasing SMV. These guys have a product called DMs on Demand, which is going to show you how to DM the most beautiful women in your city and get them on dates. And tapped into that hidden 10% of guys who have status in game. I had the women I dreamed about. The women that I previously thought were way out of my league were now messaging me to hang out with them.
But today we're going to talk about my W in terms of having 3 women in one day.
Immaculate cap.
But I met this guy at a pool party. He's an NBA player.
So he's like, yo, pick 3 that you want, and I got you.
So I was like, yo, I like her, and her. Calls him over.
Bruh, come on,
and I
man.
kid you not, I got a bedroom for you over here. Do your thing. I'm like, what the heck? Is it that easy? So basically, I had 3 girls in one night.
There's nothing about Wally that would say to me that a NBA player is walking up to Wally and asking him where the party at.
Back when I worked for the Houston Rockets, my coworker friend was best friends with Chandler Parsons, and one night I saw them at a bar. I hung with my friend and Chandler in their bottle service area. At this time, Chandler was a household name and very recognizable. When I was sitting next to Chandler, it was almost overwhelming how many guys were standing around taking videos and asking to buy him drinks. NBA players don't hang out at the bar. They can't. And the last thing they're going to do is start chatting up some wannabe ladies man with no girls around him. We've never tried to promote ourselves, self-aggrandize, and do all that chest-beating nonsense necessary to be a player in the overcrowded guru market. Yes, they've never done any fake guru stuff like made videos lying about their success with women. Walter specifically has done everything on the fake guru checklist.
Meet FreshprinceCEO, the mind behind men's success on Instagram. Look at this guy. He's got a private jet. He's got a Lambo. I mean, any guy who's looking for a dating coach, this is when their podcast was just 2 months old. So they didn't have any big money from the podcast. I can tell you that right now. They had probably less than 20,000 subs when I checked. Hell, I'm damn near at 30 subs. And I ain't got private jet and Lambo money off 30,000 subs. Come on,
Listen, man. Y'all shouldn't be taking advice from a guy who's wearing a necklace that says Bro, come on. This is ridiculous.
Fresh is marketing himself, showing out the lifestyle to all the prospective people that will be buying these courses. Is that part of his work?
Well, here's the problem. Yes, it's part of his work, but once you become the personification of something, you lose all flexibility. So he's a personification of this. So, hey, so so if you're a personification, you're this alpha, red-pilled,
high value man.
Every time we say that, you put a clip in the background, right? Which by the way, I know this term high value man, but I just can't imagine. Like, I've been around a lot of gentlemen who are for literally the executive vice president of Fortune 50 companies, CEOs of startups who were funded to $32 million in seed funding twice. They never said anything about being a high value man. You know what they were doing?
This is exactly what I'm trying to tell you is that he's trying to market an image. He's marketing an image of being a high value man, so he can get his audience to buy from them. Like, that's literally the game.
Well, you become this personification, and when you're working for the personification, you lose all flexibility to be anything except that.
And what part of that flexibility is he losing?
He loses the flexibility to get a girlfriend, dude. So because once you get a girlfriend, like you said, you got to check that HoFax. You get a girl from Miami, you can't just be out there willy-nilly like, hey, I like this girl, and you don't have the excuse to say, hey man, I ain't worried about her past. I'm not worried about her image. I'm not worried about what all of these people gonna say. I mean, his boy is DJ Akademiks, and Akademiks blew him up. Your boy blew you up.
I gotta talk about this on your show. Send me the files on your girl. I was on your show, and I was trying to tell you, you met Shorty on the yacht. Fresh, who is this on my screen? Keep it 100.
I was on thinking, and I said, bet. I go in there anyway. Gold sugar sites finesse the whole thing because remember, it's all about being high value. And we pulled 6 from there, easy peasy. You know, Alan's doing this shit, bro. So it's like, bro, this nigga's trying to expose me, like, bro. And she already told me. So he ain't exposing nothing.
Wait, what was she doing on the site?
100%, bro. I don't know what she's doing on there. That being said, hey, she might need some money. I don't know what's going on there, bro.
Stop lying, always lying to me. Too much, lying so much, making it hard for me.
Wait, she's still on there?
No. I don't think she's on there still, but I mean, if she is, I don't know. But she told me that she was on there before. I don't know now.
Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop lying.
Was she selling pussy on there?
From what I know, no. But that being said, I really don't know.
Was it a red flag when you found out she's on Seeking Arrangements and she decided to come link with you only when you were on the yacht?
No, 100% no. Bro, in Miami, she was in Miami for school. Oh, no, she left school to come over here.
She left school to come to Miami and then she makes a Seeking Arrangements profile. That's not sus at all. Fresh says himself, girls need to go on there because, you know, Miami's expensive. They need to learn how to pay rent. Again, the implication being that the guys that she meets off of Seeking Arrangements are going to help pay for her coochie payments. Okay? Now, this is where the lie gets exposed, okay? Because he straight up lied to DJ Akademiks' face right there because they did meet on Seeking Arrangements. This clip right here was about a day after.
Honestly, no cap. With no cap, we met on Seeking. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Seeking Arrangements. Is that true?
That is true.
It's true.
It is true.
It is very true.
We didn't like meet for a while though.
Yeah, so we met on there. We definitely spoke.
Because the whole point is you were saying that you guys didn't meet on there before. You're like, oh, I didn't know she had a Seeking Arrangement profile, right? Until she told me. He said to his face that basically he didn't know about the Seeking Arrangements profile until she told him. The implication being that they did not meet on Seeking Arrangement.
The mere fact that you ass on some Seeking Arrangement shit, you gotta be like, yo, shorty, I don't believe nothing you say. You gotta, like, yo. Oh, she told you from the get-go?
The honest truth. No cap.
With no cap, we met on Seeking. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Seeking Arrangements. Is that true?
That is true.
It's true.
It is true.
It is very true.
We didn't like meet for a while though.
We met on there. We definitely spoke.
Yes, I tried to tell you that. She told me from the very beginning, bro.
She told you, she ain't tell you on the yacht.
She's like, yo, I gotta be honest with you. I don't want to mess up anything in the future. If you find out whatever, I fuck with honesty.
We met on Seeking. We met on Seeking. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Seeking Arrangements.
Literally in the profile itself, she's seeking a luxury lifestyle. And when you were talking to DJ Akademiks on the phone, you said the reason why girls like her go on Seeking is so that they can get their rent paid. So if you guys met each other on Seeking Arrangements and she didn't agree to meet up with you until you invited her out onto your yacht.
Money talks for these women. So if you've got money, they are more than willing to get on this yacht with you or go to the club with you or go to the event with you and do whatever it takes. I mean, they met on a Seeking Arrangements website. She didn't go out with him until she saw him on the boat. Bro, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand what's going on here, man. She likes hanging out with you because you're paying her, you're giving her a luxury lifestyle service according to her own profile on Seeking Arrangements.
You don't have the excuse to say, hey, man, I ain't worried about her past. I'm not worried about her image. I'm not worried about what all of these people gonna say. I mean, his boy is DJ Akademiks, and Akademiks blew him up. Your boy blew you up. Now, what are your enemies gonna do if your friends are doing it to you?
And, did you have that conversation with her? Like, yo, did you over there?
Yeah, I spoke to her, bro.
How many niggas she keep it real?
Huh?
How many niggas
she met a surgeon. I think she sent like pictures or whatever. That's pretty much like what she told me.
She didn't tell you how many niggas over there?
I don't know all the details, bro.
Please define what HoFax is. We got to just in case some people.
You heard of a car? You heard of a Carfax?
Yeah. You know, make sure your car hasn't been totaled before. It's been salvaged. Get a lemon.
Well, you need to make sure that piece sleeve ain't been totaled, ain't been ran through. So what you do is you check some social media. You check that social media. You check that TikTok. You know, you check all of that.
Fire too, by the way.
Yeah, I heard her TikTok is fire. I heard she telling ladies how to break them down and build them up and get that pockets right. Man, she over with it. She over with high class flying and jipping and jiving. Shoot, this girl's HoFax is just off the crazy.
All he saw was she was white, and I'm pretty sure booty clapping sounds. Yeah, she was probably putting it on him. If you would consider yourself high value, then you would want to really vet her, look at her Instagram accounts, look at her social media accounts to kind of gauge what kind of woman that she might be. What we call it in the black community, checking somebody's HoFax. Any indication of past performance would be indication of future performance. You are a sugar daddy. You have money, you have income, you have nice cars. So she's dating you based on worth.
And this fool over here is out here defending this woman who already knows who she is. She already knows what she's all about, but this fool doesn't know. And she's looking at him like, you f***ing idiot. Oh, I'm gonna get the bag now. Y'all thirsty simps out there knows how to work a room, knows how to say the right things in the right way that really tickles your pickle. Come on, guys. Y'all know that. Right? Otherwise, she won't be on Secret Arrangements where she met our boy FreshprinceCEO, right? You fall for that. You fall for the charms. Even DJ Akademiks, when he interviewed her, he said it was real tough because she was good. And for me, I'm just not going to deal with that. I'm not going to have that on the show. But I think women like that, extremely dangerous and very cunning. These are the kind of women that'll take you for everything that you got.
This girl's HoFax is just off the crazy. You check with folks to make sure she ain't been in your circle, just bobbing and weaving and ducking. You know, you just.
Hey, you remember what DJ Akademiks said? He said, "Hey, so I heard my boys are telling me, I'm being DJ Akademiks right here, that you was doing things out in Philly, banging one dude and then banging the next dude the next week."
I didn't really want to meet people for a while. I was kind of taking a break because I had an interesting living situation at the time.
Who's that?
So I was not meeting people.
We're talking about the savagery of women nowadays.
Yeah.
Last week you were with this dude. This week you're with this dude.
Wait.
I see everything.
These girls that
I'm not gonna say no names.
Wait.
But I will say she's here.
Oh.
And she's beside Fresh.
Wait, this is recent? What the fuck? Wait, she other niggas on the.
I'm telling you, I take that soul.
What do you? She wasn't ready to date.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, she wasn't ready to date. She wasn't ready to date. Let's just keep watching.
They said you've been clout chasing, copping, money chasing, doing the same you're doing in Miami, but you were doing it in Philly with a bunch of bearded niggas, but the niggas was standing thorough. They wasn't folding like Fresh. Did you the old in the corner the week before you linked with Fresh?
Who? I don't know if you're talking about. I didn't watch the video.
Bruh, stop it. You don't got to watch the video. You was there.
Stop the cap.
In Miami, I have not old.
Wait. So you never nobody?
Before Fresh, that was exposed on the very first podcast that I was on.
Yeah.
Somebody that I had known from months prior.
Yo, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. If I meet my future girl, she can't tell me that the she last week is also in the room. What the
He wasn't in the room.
He was. He was an old ass nigga. He looked like 50. Keep it 100. That was your sugar daddy.
I have no idea. Do you know what he's talking about?
Hold on. Yeah, Fresh. I got the footage right here. I got it. Stop that cap.
Oh, you got something to defend yourself, Miranda?
I feel like people are trying to expose me, but it's you have to date around, dude.
Hold on, you gotta come back. Hold on.
Let's normalize playing the Bachelorette in your personal life.
Hold on.
You want to have a hot girl summer? All right, you're going to have a bunch of hot girl summers by yourself.
It's amazing. Pause. All I'm gonna say now is my turn. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, next.
She's not yours. It's just your turn.
Next.
That being said.
And Fresh even came out and said it. Well, it's my turn now. It's like, bro, you literally just saying that someone else will come after you. You're not the one and only. You're literally admitting that someone else is going to come along and take this chick once you're done with her or once she finds someone better. Does that not sink into your mind that you're just a stepping stone for her, dude?
It's embarrassing for a man to marry a hoe and try to turn her into a housewife. Actually, wife for one of these girls, bro, and you take her seriously, she can't have a pair bond. So what happens is you wife her up, you take her in, a hella muscle on her body, and at that point, what do you get? A used, beat up product that can't even work properly. That being said,
last week you were with that dude. This week you with this dude.
And he wasn't from Seeking. I knew him from May. And that's another person who would never give fucking shit.
Did you him?
Yes, before Fresh.
It's two niggas. Brenda, the first thing you just said is he ain't give you shit. You ain't say you ain't him. He needed that.
You
outside of this.
on the podcast?
It's in yo Fresh. Yeah, don't play dumb, bro. Hold on, it's in 4K. Stop the cap. Fresh, it's right here. Look, I'm gonna play it. Last week you were with this dude. This week you're with this dude.
They're not anyway that she knows. I still don't know who they are. Those people.
She just admitted it.
His friend who I cut off after I.
Wait, you Fresh friend the same week? Fresh. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. If you a girl the same week as me, that cannot be my girlfriend. Disqualified.
Yeah, DJ said, yeah. So look, I ain't gonna hold you. Keep it real. DJ Akademiks is horrible.
Keep it 100. Keep it 100.
Horrible. Just keep it 100. Horrible.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
I can, and this is his boy. Here's the thing. But here's the thing too. Also, I mean, so what are you supposed to do? You ain't gonna sit here and talk to somebody I'm with like that in public. Like I see these guys who act like they're alpha males, and like I had this conversation with people today. An alpha male is a leader. How are you gonna? So this is your leadership, bro, with your circle. Like, man, if you sitting here blowing me up on the air, I'm gonna be like, listen, bro, we ain't gonna
on my own show.
We ain't gonna talk about this right now. Nothing personal like that. Right? Nothing personal like that right now. But see, he loses that leeway because he has become the personification of this Miami fly lifestyle, high value guy, bang a lot of females.
Driving Lamborghinis.
Got a Lambo SUV and got a McLaren, right? And look, enjoy your money, dude. But the bottom line is that everybody on the outside looking in, it's like, okay, I know I don't live that lifestyle. Thank God I don't have to put up with this BS, right? My life is this solid middle class lifestyle is hectic enough. So thank God I don't have to do that, right? But and like hey, you choose to be there, you choose to be in a Miami life, this and that and this. I mean, you don't want to go to Atlanta. You don't want to go to like Houston. You don't want to go to any place else in the Midwest. No, you got to be in the thick of it. This Miami life. You want to live this lifestyle. Well, this is what you get.
Hey, so let me ask you, do you think that also makes them a target for some of these girls? Like the whole show, basically, that these girls know what these guys are about, how they portray themselves.
Why not?
The first date was on a yacht, right? I mean, that's how they met.
Yeah. So she's not worried about your money, and you're not leading with your wallet. But hey, why don't you come down there to this yacht?
Yeah.
The pennies roll off quicker on a yacht.
And she was featured many times on the vlog too. Don't forget that.
Featured many times on the vlog. She's a star. If I was her, I would go start my YouTube channel and just get it popping. I'd get man, she could be monetized next week. She should dress up like the white lady from Get Out. And she just start up the podcast, just banging. She could start off the podcast, and she should bang a Pirates of the Caribbean cup like this with a spoon. And then she have Fresh just go into a trance.
How do you feel now? I can't move. Sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink. Now you're listening.